So this problem showed up as this discoloration on the floor here, and I decided to have a look underneath. And we have a problem here, some mold and deterioration. So apparently we have a problem with the toilet seal. Okay, I came in here prepared to dig this wax ring out, and it came out surprisingly easy, because I'm afraid it's no longer effective at all. Okay, so what I'm doing here is getting rid of this rotten flooring. I'm wearing a mask, by the way, and this is fairly nasty stuff. I'm going to bag it up right away and get it out in the garbage. But then I'm going to cut around here, probably in basically like a rectangle, at least an inch into the sound flooring material. Okay, so what we're going to do is take off this 1/4 inch flooring material here, and I've made a line all the way along here, and just cut this all off, get all this rotted part out, and then just put new on there. Okay, so this is stapled on here. Stapled under there, just prying it out. Okay, so what I've done here, just to show you, you just want to cover this drain so nothing falls in here as you work on it. And also I'm removing staples. There's a great many of these staples, approximately 1.25 inches, that were holding this underlayment down. So those all have to come out. So we're just working our way around this floor, the entire area here, cleaning it all up. I've got a 2x4 foot section of the old underlayment removed. I took it out to a couple inches beyond where it was rotted away, all the way to the wall. Here, all the way to the wall. That's what I've done over here now. I'm going to plunge cut this, and I've set this blade height here, between here and here, through experimentation and measuring too, exactly enough to cut this piece of underlayment along this line here, so I can remove the rest of it. So this last part here where I couldn't get my saw in, I just got a good sharp blade here, good sharp utility blade. Just cut it that way. And get underneath it. Pull it up. So using a couple of rulers here, I've indicated the distance from the wall to the center of this pipe. And I like to use a metric system. It's basically 10 centimeters, so half is 5 in this pipe. And I just find where 5 intersects with my larger T-angle here. And I've got like 12 3/16 one way, and then of course I just did it the other way. Came up with 16 1/8 this way. So I'm going to mark my 2x4 foot plywood here. I've got flooring material. I'm going to mark it from each edge, intersect it, and then make a circle on it, and then drill it and cut it. One thing I should mention on this plywood, it isn't all the same. And I really, with this job, in piecing it into the existing underlayment, I wanted it to be very close to the same. So, first piece I bought turned out to be at least a 1/64 of an inch thinner than what I have already down on the floor here, the existing. So I took this micrometer here and set it to a piece that I had pulled off, and then took this to the store, to the lumber yard, and came up with a piece that's very, very nearly identical in size. This material actually is a little higher quality, a 1/4 inch plywood. It's birch finish on it. It's just smoother. And we need to locate the center of our drain now. And we know from one direction, the north, so as I look at it in my house here, it is 12 1/4 inches to the center. So I'm just going to make a tick mark there. And 12 1/4, I'll make one more and then just draw a simple line through here where they're going to intersect. From the other direction, I have 16 1/8. Just get on that line. And 16. We have a protractor now. We have a 7-inch diameter on our pipe, the outside of our pipe. So 3 1/2. I'm going to go just over 3 1/2. There it is. There's our 7-inch. Let's check and see where it came out. Yeah, just over 7, which is fine. I have a 1/16 over 7. Okay, we just drilled a little starter hole here, as you can see. Something to get our jigsaw bit into, and round and round we go. Alright, let's check our fit. Well, looks like we did our calculations about right. Gonna have to shave a little bit off over here. Otherwise, man, this looks pretty good. You know, we're at the right height. We're fitting in. I'm gonna file a little bit off along parts of this edge here where it's a little tight. But other than that, it's looking good. What I'm using here is some 1 1/8 inch, 1 1/8 inch drywall screws. Staples are often used on flooring, but I didn't have any staple guns, so this is the next best solution. Just below the surface, pretty much. Okay, so there's our floor, a piece of 2x4 foot flooring down with some screws, some drywall screws, 1 1/8 inches, every 6-8 inches apart. And I'll probably, they're all countersunk slightly. And for finishing touches, I'll probably just put a little bit of wood filler over them and sand. Okay, we have to get the toilet bolts in here, and what I've done using this Dremel. Clean that out a little bit so we can slip it in here. I'm going to get new ones. I'm just showing you with this old one though. So we prepared the bathroom now to remove this old floor, this old sheet vinyl, and I've taken off all the trim. As you can see, trim around the doorways, the quarter round trim, and we're going to try to take this out in one piece. Which there's no adhesive on here, so just unpeel pretty much. I did this earlier. It's not going to come off quite that easy. You have to pull on it a little bit and unroll it. But then we'll use this piece as a template to make a replacement piece. So removing this is just a matter of pulling it out, getting underneath it and unrolling it. It's kind of semi-stuck on there, but it's basically a removable style. So I just continue to work this around and get it off. Here we have all the old flooring, the old vinyl, sheet vinyl out of here. Unfortunately, there's been some leakage around the bathtub, so we're going to have to redo that subfloor, that underlayment area, a small piece, tear the old one out. So here we are with the old carpet, the old flooring, vinyl flooring, which is pretty much intact. Just pulled it out in one piece, and I thought, why not use this as a template for the new floor? So that's what we're going to do. We'll just put the new one down underneath, and then just cut it. Should fit perfectly. Okay, here we have our old vinyl flooring laid out on top of the new, and now we're just going to cut along the lines, cut along the outline, get the same piece. So what I'm doing now is the first part of this. I decided to just outline this just with a Sharpie marker, and I'm going to just kind of cut on the inside of this with a knife or even a scissors. I'm just going to go all the way around this. Floor here. Okay, so we have this completely outlined now. So we're just going to take this old piece up that we used for the template and just cut along the line with the scissors, with a utility knife, whatever, along the inside of that black line. Okay, so scissors works just fine on this. I'm just moving along. What I've done in here is I've slipped a piece of plywood under here. Places like this, there's a little rounded edge on here. I'm just trying to get this as close as I can to the way it was. Get a good sharp blade in there. And finally, here we are, cutting out the drain opening for the toilet. And there it is. Okay, our floor has been prepped. Our underlayment is in place where we had problems with the previous surface rotting away. We've leveled it. I used a belt sander on here to make sure these seams are perfectly level. I had another spot to patch up there. Of course, we have all the casings off. Now it's time to see how our sheet vinyl is going to fit. Okay. Our sheet vinyl is cut. Hopefully it's going to fit right. Okay. Pull it back this way a little bit. You can stand on it. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Now for the real test, let's see if the toilet drain going to be a good fit. Come this way a little bit. Okay, looks pretty good. We have to do a little bit of shifting on it. Now, one thing you want to make sure of is that it doesn't lap up on the edges at all. You want to have a little gap in there. So we'll make sure that all fits right. Now let's check our closet here right away too. When you put this in, I'm going to fold it in the middle and then come back around like that. We got a little bit of shifting to do yet. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, so here's our finished flooring project here. There's the toilet installed, the casings and trims all on, and caulking around the tub and so forth. There's inside our little closet I had to make an extra piece for that. But really 6 feet of Tarkett flooring here, and I think it came out pretty good. So thanks for watching this toilet repair and flooring repair video.